Welcome to Daily News Analysis by Tathastu ICS. I am Manisha here to discuss the Hindu newspaper for the day 28th January 2026. So, a warm welcome and warm good evening to everybody who are all present in the live. Okay. I hope your preparation is also going good. Okay. The most expected trade agreement have been signed. So, we will see about that. Before starting the session, I would like to start with a quote again from Thirukkural. Thottanai thoorum manakeni maandarku kattanai thoorum arivu. Like how if you keep on digging the sand or a mud area, okay, you will get water. Just like that, if you keep on reading, if you keep on giving back your whatever you have read, if you give back your knowledge what you have gained, it will be keep on rising. Okay, so that is what the meaning of this Thirukkural. So let's get into the session. You will get this PDF in the description box. Okay, you will be getting this PDF in the description box later because there is a fault in this PDF. I'll add the right one. Okay. Then also you can scan our QR code for the regular updates, and you can join our Telegram channel also. Okay. Okay. Good evening Sagar. Good evening Janjira and Manasa. Good evening. Chalo, let's get into the session. We will quickly have a look. So the newspaper is completely flooded, okay, with EU pact only. So we will see what are all the exact agreements that we have signed, where the points of both the countries have been agreed, and what are all the things that we can expect in the future from this trade agreement. Okay. So India EU free trade agreement, after 20 years, nearly after 20 years we have signed it. Okay, it is important for our GS3 paper. Okay, we will detailedly discuss because it is talking about mostly of economical terms and also the inclusive growth. There is various sectors that have been discussed here, and they have focused on different baskets. Okay, okay. Again, the second one is qualified right. Okay. Actually, it is a political news, but we are going to focus on certain thing that is actually important for us in our UPSC static part. Okay. So, again, it is important for us in GS2 paper, okay, polity and governance, and also welfare board for gig workers. Here we are talking about the social justice, and also see it is a Karnataka based act. Okay. So, generally we don't take state based act, but here we have took because recently we are facing problems and issues with ASHA workers and Anganwadi workers, right. So there the government participation is also here. Here also union government and the state government will be funding. So that's why we are looking about this model, and we may extensively process this kind of models in other states as well. Okay. So it is important for us in our GS1 paper society, and also GS2 paper for social for our polity and governance. Okay, it is basically of labor governance here. So recent times we could able to see lot of delivery partners, they are, and also app based rapidos kind of bike taxis are being bullied by other people. So we will see what it is and what will be comprised in those welfare board. Okay. So Tathastu is presenting you courses of Parthasarathy mentorship. If you have already prepared, or if you know certain things about UPSC, this schedule and our particular mentor will help you. Personalized and customized mentors will be helping you in Marathi medium. नहीं होता है क्या? Sorry beta, Marathi medium तो अभी we are not ready for now, time being. ठीक है. Hopefully we will be moving towards Marathi medium also. Okay. Right now it is only in English medium. Okay. And Parthasarathy mentorship is available for you in Hindi medium as well. You can go for your extensive preparation. You will get a expertise guidance from Tathastu. Okay. And your GS foundation course, if you are just a budding bird in the UPSC field, then UPSC foundation course by Tathastu will help you. It will enhance you, and it will surely give you the results. Okay. And pre-sure, if you are appearing for 2026, you can check your accuracy through pre-sure test series. And also BA plus UPSC program, if you wanted to continue your graduation along with UPSC, then you can choose Tathastu BA plus UPSC program. Chalo. Let's move to the first article. Okay. I hope it is clearly visible for you all, right? Okay. So, mother of all deals, why it is mentioned as mother of all deals here? Because it is the largest trade agreement that ever India have signed. We have 22 countries have already signed with free trade agreements. EU is a huge one. मैम हिंदी मीडियम क्लास भी होती है क्या? फाउंडेशन क्लासेस का हिंदी मीडियम क्लासेस नहीं होगा, ठीक है. वी आर ऑन प्रोसेस, ठीक है. राइट नाउ वी आर फुल फ्लेज्ड इन इंग्लिश मीडियम. Lately we will be getting Hindi medium also, ठीक है. You will be getting the notification if we are starting with the Hindi medium. Then so the mother of all deals, because we have 22 FTAs with India, okay. But this is the largest pact and it is very important for the strategic points, ठीक है. So now the global tensions and the global shifting trends and being the blocks that is being created in global stage, okay. So for that it is very much important strategically. Our Indian perspectives also put forth, okay, at major issues, like it will be giving us inclusive growth, okay, the rural side, be it rural side, be it manufacturing sector, okay, we will be getting benefits for our farmers also. We may get into the processed food processing, processed food trades also, okay. So these kind of points are there. First we will see, okay, it have mentioned as a landmark agreement, actually it is, okay. So here if you see the EU pact, first we will see the outer line, then we will get into, ma'am please answer me, what is your question? Sorry ma'am, बस एक सवाल ma'am, हिंदी में कौन पढ़ाता है भाई? There is a lot of faculties, okay. Hindi medium abhi we didn't start it yet, okay, it will take little time for us, but you can attend Hindi DNA that Tathastu is providing and we will be taking classes eventually, not right now, okay. Let's, it is out of context, let's come back here, okay. Okay, so how it EU is being benefited? So India and EU, if you take the comparison, India is a 4th largest economy in the global side, okay, and when it comes to EU, it is 2nd largest economy. If these two economies are going into a trade agreement, actually almost, so the 4th largest, okay, and the 2nd largest economy, that is EU, and India, okay, together they will be comprising of 25% of global GDP, okay, and also these two combinedly getting 1/3, okay, 1/3 of global trade I'll write it down, okay. Not all these things because it may help in your answer writing, okay. So 1/3 of global trade is being done by these comprisively, okay. Okay, so we have this kind of a larger economy. So when we are doing this, two things will be happening, okay. One is Indian currency will be having a hold, okay. We will be having already, EU has a 27 blocks, right. So we will be having a larger market. We will be exposure to the high tech technologies there in the EU. We will be learning from them and we will be having the market for our Make in India mission also, okay. So here India have removed 90% of EU's tariff, okay. So here this 90% majorly of, so the wine that that was being imported from EU, okay. So it was around 150% of tariff earlier, now it have been moved to 20 to 30%, and the luxurious cars and the automobile industry is also getting the luxury of 10% tariffs only. Earlier it was like 110%, okay. So earlier tax regime was the tariff was 110%, but now it have been moved to 10%. There are some areas we will be getting 0% tax, 0% tariffs as well. Okay. Okay. Then we are getting the concession. We are giving concession on Airbus aircraft tariffs also. Okay. Here I said no. There we are giving 0% tax also for machinery and pharmaceutical products. India and EU in this pact they have discussed about the traditional medicine practices also. We will be seeing in that in detail. Okay. So, how India is being benefited here? The labor intensive sectors like textiles, apparels, leathers, footwears, okay, and also many other craftsmanship things that have been benefited here, so that our small and medium scale industries will be getting opportunities in the EU aspects. Okay. So, those 27 blocks will be open for our craftsmanship. Okay. So, here the rural, the MSME sector, the rural livelihood and also women's participation in the employment also will takes place. Okay. See, right now I am giving you overall structure, we will be discussing in every section. Okay. Okay. Here, and one more thing, we didn't get the clarification in CBAM. Okay. So, the carbon border tax, hai na? So, there we have some flexibility only, it has not been completely given the tariff exemption, but instead we have given certain limited flexibilities. Okay. So, first of all, our steel industry have got the duty free quota, okay, for 1.6 million tons of our Indian steel will be getting lesser tariff, okay? Sorry, duty free, okay? Easier for skilled Indian workers to work in 27 country block. So, Indian workers here, the IT professionals and research and development and also skilled and semi-skilled Indian workers also will be getting the exposure to EU of 27 countries. Okay. And apart from that, we will be getting, here I will be mentioning it, the IT professionals, research and development. Here they have talked about the persons, the Indians who are moving to EU, what are all the benefits they will be having. Okay. So, that work permit also will be work permit also have been discussed here. And the dialogue on carbon border tax, India said to be treated like other EU partners. So, here we have the mild flexibility, not the complete flexibility we do not have here. Okay, the phased out tariffs on arms and ammunitions among other goods. So, we will be having a phased out, like the first phase and the second phase, like phase wise we will be having, so that the tariff burden will be shifted and reduced. Okay. So, what and all have not been included here? Chicken and rice. Okay. Here you have to see meat is not given the exemption. Okay. EU and India have secured their own products. Okay. So, certain sections that is being sensitive to these two economies they have secured, so that these will not be getting into a clash. So, like EU is having a beef industry. Okay. India actually exports leather and beef. Okay. So, EU's beef industry, chicken, meat, rice and these ethanol, also ethanol industries. So, these are all being secured. So, there you cannot expect the free trade agreement there. Okay. So, you have to pay the tariff because that is a sensitive section of EU. When it comes to India, India has a sensitive section, dairy products, poultry. Okay. So, majorly if you see Rajasthan belt, they majorly they will be having ghee, milk, okay, milk products, dairy products, these will be there. So, India's sensitive areas like dairy products, poultry, all these are being secured. So, here you cannot expect the free trade agreement, instead we have secured it. Okay. We will see what are all the areas that have been actually given the tariff relaxation. Okay. Other than that, no agreement on government procurement on energy and raw materials. Here it is the major concern. Again, the carbon emission, the carbon prices that we are actually paying off, we don't have a proper agreement right now. Okay. So, the raw materials and the energy, the clean energy procurements are yet to be confirmed. Okay. And the sustainable development chapter, it is for certain reasons India have been rejected it, we will see it. Okay. And apart from that, Geographical indications agreement have not been indicated here. So, for certain craftsmanship, all those things have not given geographical indications in this agreement, because in recent times I have seen in some reels, okay, the Indian attire lehenga that have been told as a Scandinavian attire, right. So, for going up, for combating those kind of cultural and the identification crisis, we are actually asking for the geographical identification, but later on we will be getting it, okay. In this pact we did not get all these things, okay. So, first we will see, okay. So, India have given India's 90% of exports will be having the tariff relaxations, and 99% will be, sorry, 99% of Indian exports will be having relaxations, and we are giving 90% relaxation to EU here. Okay? Till now is it clear? Is there is any doubt, or else we will move? Okay. So, this EU pact, sorry, FTA, okay. As we have mentioned, it is largest, okay. And also we have given 99% of relaxation for Indian exports, okay. 90% for EU's export, okay. And then there is a lot of concerns that have been like the market access that is been given to EU in certain areas like cars and automobiles, okay. We will be getting high end technology cars, luxury cars with limited, like within a price band that is affordable for India, okay. So, what we will be giving EU and India, okay. Here EU will be giving us the cars, manufacturing, automobile industries, okay, and also we will be giving them back with labor intensive products. So, here what they will be benefiting? They will be benefiting with the market for their automobile industries, and here we will be getting empowerment from empowerment in the rural areas, okay, women and our craftsmanship. So, the Indian talents that will be showcased in the global stage very clearly, we will be getting opportunity. See, EU kind of a nations, if we get an opportunity from there, the benefit is like it will be easy for you to go for other global countries also, like because EU is very stable, it is a trustworthy nation, okay, and apart from that there will be a very diplomatic talks, it will not be like unstable like US, okay. Today they will be waiving of all the tariffs and tomorrow they will be putting 500% of tariffs, it is not that unstable, okay. So, EU kind of nations who prefer to have the diplomatic dialogues and the stable trade, so we can secure, we can trust them in that case, okay. So, you have do one thing right now, we will be moving, you have to open PIB, okay. In PIB it have been clearly given, okay. So, PIB have given us always whenever there is a new pact have been signed or whenever there is a new scheme have been introduced, please do refer PIB, okay. So, PIB have mentioned that it is going to be benefit for our youth, okay, and apart from that working professionals, okay, in the IT sector, research and development, okay, the working professionals, the computer based and IT enabled professionals, okay. Apart from that, who will be benefited here? Apart from that, we will be having our farmers, okay. farmers here we will be giving agri products also. See, they have given they didn't give the flexibility for rice, but there are some other products that we can be getting it. Okay. So here along with our domestic interest is being secured. Okay, like as we told, cereals or dairy. So the domestic interest also will be secured. Apart from that, we will be having the market for our agri products, and also we will be getting processed food market, so that our Indian farmers will be getting a major share. Okay, and apart from that, what and all is there? Have you opened PIB? Anybody? Okay, really, I guess. Okay, so apart from that, we will be having education sector, financial sector, in financial sector we will be having cross border payments. Okay, where we will be able to transfer the money. Okay, in working professionals, when we talk about cross border payments, there will be two people. One is the students who's actually go abroad for studying. Okay, and also the employees who work for the who goes and work there. So student will be having, we have signed for 5 years. Okay, so that our students will be having research and development and also educational facilities there. Apart from that, post study also they can start working there. So this kind of benefits also have been talked in this pact. And apart from that, workers will be having work permit, and they will be given the visa, and also for in the 27 countries their family also can move. Okay, so there will be no restriction for their livelihood there. Okay, and apart from that, the MSME schemes, and also the exports based upon the AI. It is expected that AI kind of AI kind of technologies will be discussed later. Okay, so the like the goods that have been preferential. Okay, goods, services. So these are having preferential entry. So preferential entry in the case, lesser tariff. Okay, and there won't be much regulations, like there will be transparency in that. Okay, there won't be any rigid regulations for it. Instead, we will be having a flexible regulations. Okay, so there will be trade remedies also. In case of any global tensions, still we will be going with the smooth and very diplomatic ties. Okay, and apart from that, rules for customs and rules of origin, in case if EU or India is having a not in a good terms with any other country, let's take it as a Pakistan. Okay, so during Operation Sindoor time and all, so India was not ready to take the Pakistan or originated products, right? So the rules of origin also here it will be kind of flexible, and here it is like if India is in good terms with the country that is not good terms with the EU, there we have a little flexibility but not much. Okay, so this free trade agreement will be ensuring this. There will be a there will be some certain conditions where this rule of origin will be exempted. Okay, not on every time, and also we will be having digital trade also. So digital trade is also been included here. Okay, the cross border payments, the digital trade, these are things that is extensively that we have focusing here. Okay, then apart from that, we will see here. So, the manufacturing and strength of cooperation are services sectors that we have talked about, the IT sectors and the computer based sectors and the research and development. Okay. So, exclude their sensitive sectors that we have discussed, okay, dairy for India and also other wine industry, the beef industry for ethanol industry for EU. Okay. Here, one more thing, here it is mentioned, according to the Commerce Ministry, India has gained tariff reductions on 97% and 99% trade value. Okay. India's exports will be having 90.7% duties elimination. Okay. And also sectors that have been mentioned here, it have been given here. Okay. Now, apart from that, so this trade doesn't stop by talking, this trade doesn't stop by just discussing where we will be going on with where we will be giving these trade relaxations. Okay. Instead, it have moved furthermore and they have told us how to the measures to tackle the global changing shifts. Okay. So, the non-tariff barriers, okay, there will be a regulatory cooperation and transparency among these countries, so that there will be no problem for future trades. Okay. And here again CBAM that we have discussed. Okay. So, in certain products like steel and cement, so these kind of products that we are exporting to EU. Now, we have got a exemption for 1.6 million tons steel can be given with tariff waiver. Okay. But there will be some flexibility. Okay. After some time, not every carbon border management has not been done. Okay. Eventually, they are doing it. First, we have started with steel. Okay. So, the carbon prices will be recognized and there will be some flexibility also. There won't be like if it is let's assume it as the carbon price for 1 kg of cement is 50. Okay. So, instead of completely taking the 50, they will be giving concession and they might be giving the carbon price for around 30 or 35 like that. Okay. The financial assistance also will be provided by EU. Okay. And targeted support here for reducing greenhouse gas emission. Okay. So, here for they will be giving the technologies for us and they will be funding us to going on with the technologies and the measures that to reduce the greenhouse gas emission. Okay. Here then when we talk about the employment, already we have talked, right. So, the IT professionals, okay, and also computer based professionals, tourism, construction, okay, all these things will be given the relaxations. So, apart from trade, these are all the things that have been discussed in the pact. Okay. So, in EU we will be, for India it is 144 subsectors are open. So, 144 areas are open for India to go and trade and also go and work with. Okay. So, India have given 102 subsectors for EU. Okay. So, where they can access their market in these 102 subsectors. Okay. So, if you see here again, India has the highest chances because we are ahead of 42 sectors we are having in addition. So, where we can understand, we can learn and we can give the skilled and semi-skilled workers, okay, and also skilled and semi-skilled youths of India a huge opportunity. Okay. Okay. Then, as we talked about education, okay, so mobility commitments, as we have told, family can also go and stay with the working professionals, and apart from that, students can stay for post-study work, post-study also they can stay and work. This have been given for 5 years. Okay. So, for a 5 years horizon, it have been signed for now. The R&D sector, educational services also will be included here. Okay. The social security agreements. here it comes for the post study work. Okay. Then one more major thing, medicinal practices. Okay. So India's traditional medicines also are will be taken into the consideration. So with Indian traditional medicines, so far we don't have much recognition in EU. Okay. So first we will do R&D, we will study together with them, then we will be giving our traditional medicine practices there also. Okay. For time being, we are getting medicines and the drugs from EU. Okay. Certain medicines are being imported from EU. Okay. And eventually we will be working together, and we will be working on the medicines. Okay. And we will be doing R&D. Okay. Then we will be learning some techniques or any other preservative methods from EU, and we will be creating market in EU also. Okay. So this is how we will be going with medicinal practices, and we will be getting recognitions also. If we get recognitions from EU kind of union, then it is a huge for our medicinal practices. Okay. Major of our traditional practices like Ayurveda, Siddha. So if these kind of medicinal practices are being recognized, then it will be, we will be able to provide we will be able to get more medical tourism to India, and we can promote our medical requirements and procurements in the global stage. Okay. So we will be getting people, okay, forex in two ways. One is through exports and another thing through medical tourism also. So that is why it is important here. So financial, that we have already mentioned, cross border electronic payments. Okay. Here the copyright also have been discussed, patents, copyrights, and also the intellectual property rights. So these kind of the value addition things, or the ideas that is for securing the indigenous things. So here it has been mandated by TRIPS. Okay. And we are expecting AI will be in the future terms. Okay. AI will be discussed, and also clean technology we may getting from EU. Right now we are not getting from EU because the sustainable development that has been rejected by India because of the burden that India is supposed to take, okay, for this carbon emission and greenhouse gas emission also. Okay. So we may expect clean technology. Right now we have came across the support for reducing the greenhouse emission, right, and also the technologies and the financial assistance. Eventually when we achieve in these things, eventually we will get the technologies for clean tech. Okay. And we can procure more manufacturing. India will be becoming a manufacturing hub with these kind of technologies. Okay. So we can expect semiconductors cooperation also with EU. Okay. Till now, if there is any doubt, please let me know, otherwise we will move on. Okay. So it is a reward for India. If you see, it is a reward for India in the case of, like, after 20 years we are getting this largest and a comprehensive and inclusive growth. If you see Indian rural side, okay, India's craftsmanship, and apart from that, India will be getting the technologies for manufacturing hub. Okay. So India is working on these kind of things. So in case if we get, okay, so if this is been extensively followed, then we will be getting technologies also. Okay. So we would be able to get manufacturing units. Apart from our textiles and apparels, we will be moving towards more of a machinery manufacturing. Okay. So through this, what we will be getting? We will be getting FDI. So recently you might have read in the newspaper that we are getting negative FDI, right? So we will be getting a positive FDI. Okay. And apart from that, we will be having a greater competition in the global stage. So see, the global competition will be ensuring that being a participant, a efficient participant, you will be having a higher recognition in the global stage. Okay, so if you are being a competitor to other nations, the recognition in the the global associations, and also it will be easy for you to drive many trade agreements and many markets globally. Okay, so for this it is very much important for us. Then, so this is why I told you I will give you another PDF. Right now it is neither in the Telegram channel and nor in the description box, because I here I have written, okay, but it is not displayed here. So I will tell you, I will rewrite it and I will give you back. Okay, so you can expect this PDF in the Telegram channel by end of the day. Okay, around 7 o'clock you can expect it. Okay, so you can get it from there. It will be, it is a sorted one, so it is easy for you to go through it. Okay, then moving on, the next one is electoral role is a the plays in electoral role is a qualified right. Okay, so we all know fundamental right is there, statutory right is there, hai na? So like that, here it is talking about the qualified right. What is qualified right? Once you get it, it will not stop there. Okay, is it visible for everybody? This red color. Okay, the qualified right will be in the recurring case. So every time when there is a need for revision or when there is a need for any updates, you have to update that. It is not a permanent one. Okay, it is not a one certain thing that that will be given as a absolute. Once if you acquire, it will be with you. Just like the fundamental rights, it won't work here. Okay, so it is not a permanent one, it is a qualified one. So every time you have to work with the recurring things. Okay, so here the background is about the SIR in the Bihar. Okay, the SIR conduction that have been done in the Bihar, they have claiming that there is a lot of unfairness. Okay, there is no transparency. So these kind of things, that is completely political, that which we don't need actually. Okay, so let's leave the background, but we will be going for the terms that is here used. See, if you see the article 326, okay, so you all know article 326 of Indian Constitution. Okay, what it actually talks about, you know, adult suffrage. So this is why it is important for us. Okay, so here one more thing, apart from article 326, we will be we have to prepare from this article as 324 also. Okay, the election commission's functions, authorities and roles and responsibilities also here. Okay, so this is the three things that we are going to discuss from here. Okay, first, the concern is about EC have told, Election Commission have told that to retain an electoral roll. Okay, so you have to fulfill article 326 here. So 326 is three things it is suggesting. One is you have to attain 18 years for being a voter, and another thing is Indian citizenship should be there. The overseas Indians and the Indians who are staying outside India, they cannot, NRIs cannot actually, those who have given up their citizenship cannot come and vote here. Okay, and the third thing is about you should not be disqualified by law. Okay, so just like that, the members who are contesting in the elections, those who have conduct like disqualification should not be done. You should not be having any other corruption issues. You should not be indulged in any other criminal practices. Okay, so these kind of disqualifications are given for the contesting candidates, right, in election. Just like that, other Indian voters also have certain criteria for disqualification. Okay, so they should not be they should not have the originate from enemy country, they should be Indian citizens only. This kind of disqualifications and the qualification also mentioned. Okay, so 18 years should be attained. Okay, and Indian citizenship is must. Okay, and not disqualified by law. You should not be disqualified on any grounds. Okay, that have been mentioned. You have to just look into it. Okay, so the article 326 of section 16, it is telling that the disqualification of registration. Okay, so you cannot register your as a voter. okay, based on the disqualification that have been mentioned in section 16, and also in section 19 it have been mentioned the conditions for registration. So there should be certain conditions that you have to fulfill, okay. So this is your homework, you have to read those disqualification and the conditions for the, okay. Here electoral roll verification, as I have told you, the election commission has the mandate under the article 324 to verify and also to update the electoral rolls or on a every interval, okay. So the specified interval should be verified with and updated with the electoral rolls. There will be so many people who have attended age of 18, okay. Somebody would have deceased and they would have passed away, and some people would have shifted their residence, okay. So these kind of things have to be updated, that has been mandated by constitution, okay. So it is a duty of EC under RPA, okay, 1950. Here UPSC will play a role here. It is mandated by 1950 only, it is not 1951. You have to be clear. If it is there any option like RPA Act 1915, RPA Act 1951, then you should go for 50 only, not 51. Okay. So this is the important thing that we have to check here. And apart from that, what is it? Verification versus determination. Here they have argued that the election commission will be focusing on verification only, okay. So election commission have the role only for verifying the voters, okay, and the determination of the voters, okay, the determination of citizens will be by the Citizenship Act of India, okay, which is mandated by Ministry of Home Affairs, okay. So this will be mandated by Home Affairs Ministry only. It is no way they have the role for determining the citizens by election commission, okay. So that is what important for this article. Just have a read about it, what has been highlighted here, okay. And another one, Karnataka constitutes gig workers, okay, gig workers welfare board. So it is a state based act right now passed, okay, in 2025 only, okay. So first we will see here the platform based gig workers welfare development board under the act 2025 have been mentioned, okay. So this have given the composition who and all will be there, okay. And apart from that, it have told that the initial cap or the initial tax or the payment that will be given by the platforms, okay. So now we will move into it, okay. Basically it is a Karnataka based. Generally we don't go for the state based schemes, but here we have here we are learning about it because the state and the union fund is also been included here, okay. So first we will see who's gig workers. Gig workers are those who actually workers on the task based, okay. So these workers will not be having any job security. First of all, they will be working based upon the task based only, okay. So if you want to earn like 20,000, 30,000, delivery partners, they will be taking the deliveries, okay, and based on the task they are completing, based on how much deliveries they are doing on a day, they will be paid for it, okay. So there won't be fixed salary, there won't be any minimum or a fixed wages for that employees. Instead task based will be there, okay. The first thing. Second thing, they will be using through a platforms like Zomato, Swiggy or Amazon Logistics. So these kind of things will be used, okay. So they will not be coming under any proper entity, but instead they will be working through a platform based models, okay. So that is what here it has been mentioned, and also they will not be treated as a regular employees. So normally private employee, be it private employees or be it a government employee, a normal employee, what and all they will be having? They will be having minimum salary, minimum wages, okay. Apart from that, certain government job, government employees will be having housing rent allowances, petroleum travel allowances, all these things, right, and health care. Okay, so the accident cover, all these things will be provided, insurance will be provided. If you take some private jobs, it will be like there will be PF, okay, provident fund will be deducted, tax will be deducted, and apart from that they will be given insurance also. Okay, so these kind of things will not be applying here. So they won't be having any job security, no minimum wages, task will be task based maximum. Okay, there won't be any health insurance, they don't get any insurance coverage through their earnings. Okay, and there won't be any pension also. Accident cover is also not been mandated here. So these are the major issues that has been brought this into the act. Okay, so if there is a job, okay, if at all there is a job, you will be expecting safety, the working environment should be safe and secure for you, the wages, apart from that what you are earning for a proper lifestyle, right. So that is not been given here, that is not secured here. So the Karnataka government, and there is a lot of issues with between the permanent other workers and this gig workers. If you see the people like Ola, Uber taxi drivers and also Rapido by taxi, you know, so these people are facing issues with the other cabs and the local cabs and auto drivers. Okay, so for these kind of things at least we have to give one recognition to them. So this welfare board will be focusing on this job security. Okay, and apart from that they will be getting minimum wages and things. Okay, and apart from that, so it is a statutory body. Okay, through a law it have been enacted. It is this board is been enacted through a law. Okay, so it is statutory body and it is basically of Karnataka government. Okay. Who will be there? This welfare board will be having Labour Minister as the president here. Okay, and the senior officials from the Labour Department, the Information Technology Department, and apart from that Commercial Tax Department. So higher officials will be there comprising in this board. Okay, apart from that 4 representatives of gig workers union. So 4 union heads will be coming for the gig workers. Okay, and 4 representatives from the platforms like the companies, Zomato, okay, Swiggy, Zepto, these kind of people. Okay, and apart their trade union will be there, and also the other officials also will be there. Okay, so it is kind of a composition where 3 people will be there. One is government is there. Okay, the labor ministers and higher officials from these departments will be there. So the government is here present, and also apart from that the workers, gig workers union also is here. So those who are working, they will be also present here, and apart from the platforms who are giving the opportunities to them, so they will also be here. So here it will be addressed the problems of the workers and also the burden of the platform also. Okay, so these 3 will be working together as a tripartite governance. Okay, majorly it is talking about the labor governance. Okay, so here it is in the part of governance only. Okay, so majorly this labor governance will be there. Here talking about the fund. So for this board, the fund, how it has been raised through 3 people. Okay, one is government will be giving certain funds, and apart from that gig workers also will be giving their contribution. The contribution pension scheme, just like that gig workers also give certain amount of their wages or the salary or earnings. Okay, for that they will be contributing, and apart from that the platforms also will be giving money. Okay, so that's how the welfare fund is being raised here. Okay, so aggregators, that is the platforms. Okay, the companies like again Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, these people, and also gig workers who are the major contributors, and also state and union government will be given the funds. Okay. So, right now the platform aggregators are given the cap of 1% to 1.5% for the as a contribution. Initially they don't want to give any huge burden. Okay. So, that is why they have given us a 1% to 1.5%. Eventually it will be raising. Okay. So, that's it for the day. Okay, I will give you this PDF around 7 p.m. Okay, I have to add this whatever we have discussed. I will comprehensively write and I will give you, because these slides are being missed, right. So, you will get this PDF by 7 in the Telegram channel, you can get it from there, and if you have any doubt, please let me know. And one more thing is like, please go through PIB for this free trade agreement. Okay, it have given a very extensive and a clear idea. Okay, so PIB is trustworthy, it is a government publications, right. So, you can go for it, definitely read PIB today, and apart from that go read about the read the newspaper completely, because in different sections it have been discussed. The semiconductors, the expected semiconductor trade has also been discussed in the newspaper. Okay, in 3-4 different areas it have been discussed. I have comprehensively given here. Okay, but you have to read the newspaper. Okay, ma'am thoda Hindi bhi use kya karan bhi. Okay, word English में. So, basically I am from South. Okay, my Hindi is too bad. If I start talking in Hindi, then you might forget your Hindi. I will try to talk in Hindi also. Okay, but I don't want to make it much complexity, or sometimes I used to like if I go for Hindi, then it will be difficult for me also. I will try to keep my English pace slow either, and I will try to explain it in Hindi if I am comfortable in Hindi. Okay, eventually I will start using it, but if you completely want Hindi, then I will suggest you to go for Hindi DNA. Okay, because I am not much okay with Hindi language. Matlab, I'm learning, still I'm learning Hindi language, so it is difficult for me also to talk, and it will be hugely difficult for you to understand the concept. Okay, okay, let's try. I'll keep using Hindi word here and there, but I cannot promise you for the major discussion in Hindi. Okay. Apart from that, if you have any concern or if you have any doubts, please let me know. Let's discuss, or else let's take time for preparation. Okay. So, I'll wait for 2 minutes. If there is any queries, I will clear it, or else we will close it. Okay. If there is any query, please drop it down, or else we will close. Okay, I hope there is no doubt so far. In case if later on if you have any, then we will I'll clarify in the comment section also. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for attending the session. Have a great evening. Okay. Thank you.